Here's why active no contact is better than no contact with your ex. The circumstances under which you should ignore your ex and not reply to their messages are very, very limited. There are some times where you should ignore your ex if they are, especially a fearful avoidant, and they are triggered and they're being disrespectful or they're lighting your phone up or, if they're, there are certain circumstances under which replying will actually make your life worse than if you didn't reply. But by and large, your ex is not doing those things and they're just talking to you. And even if it's not the amount of attention that you want, even if they're not in that emotional space of wanting to get back together with you, any contact can be used to elevate your emotional standing with that person if you know how to play your cards right. So when people prescribe going no contact with the next for you to grow, you know, I mean, you should grow, but your ex isn't necessarily growing, so you're going to come back together. They're still going to have their problems. And if you ignore them in the meantime, you're communicating disinterest. And what can they go do with that if you're sending them a signal that you're not into them? They can run off and go pick some rebound. And then that delays the whole process because, if they go rebound, it's going to take 3 to 6 months for them to get out of that honeymoon phase before your ex is like focused on you again. So we don't want that to happen if it doesn't have to happen. See, the reason why people suggest going no contact is because they don't understand how to manipulate your standing with somebody else text by text by text. Because what they do instead is they say, well, say, for example, another coach, they say, hey, look, I can't trust you to talk to your ex. You're going to get needy and, do too much and do other shit or get in a fight. So you just need to not talk to them for 3 months or 6 months. No, it's like, I'll just teach you to not do that shit. So that way you can get them get them back a lot sooner. Now, in order for you to pull that off, you're going to need to work on your nervous system regulation. You're going to need to meditate. You're going to need to get into breath work. There's things that you have to do to police yourself. But see, I'm not going to not give you the credit. Like, if I give you the answers, you're going to be motivated enough to get your ex back, to do the right shit in active no contact where you can actually talk to them back, than otherwise just categorically ignoring them because you don't know what to do. So this distinction is really important. With active no contact, you respond back to your ex, but only under certain parameters. There's certain rules for doing this. And that keeps you from overextending yourself, from trying too hard, from fighting with them, from doing things that are going to push them away. But you know what it does? Makes them laugh their ass off, makes them like spending time around you, right? And they inch closer and closer and closer. So if you want some help getting your ex back, click into my profile, and there's a link halfway down in my bio. Click that, set up a call with me, and I'll talk to you soon.